to NXT TNA Recap Review, throwing our 2 cents in the ring, telling you what we thought, what's going on in the world of wrestling, and just being the goofy goobers that we are. I'm Tafari.
I'm CK.
And I'm Knight Rider.
And before we get started,
I
have an announcement to make. Never, ever, whatever you do not buy these. They're terrible.
Terrible.
They're terrible.
Define terrible for them. As you sit there and eat them.
They're terrible. Anyway.
By terrible, he does not mean they taste horrible.
No.
For the record. By terrible, he means that
you're gonna eat all of them way too quickly.
We went to Sam's Club and bought a 200 pack. We're probably about 100 in.
I'm gonna say maybe 50, but it's only been like, what, a week?
Yeah, something like that.
It's bad. Anyway.
We're like, oh, they'll last all summer. They might last a month.
They might.
Might. He might be running up there with his next check getting another 200 set.
It's bad. Anyway. We're gonna jump straight into it.
Yeah, we don't have a lot to cover on Discord because I've kind of been slacking and doing... I'm just going to bring this up. And it's way off subject. But, Knight Rider over here, it's his fault that I haven't been doing my job lately. You can sit there and look stupid all you want. The fact is you're right. I'm right, you're wrong.
What?
He's got me on these games. What is it? Better Play?
Best Play?
Best Play?
It's actually a real good app.
You can actually win money. It's an app that you can actually win money. It goes straight to your PayPal account. And granted, you're not going to get rich off it. So if anybody hears this, whatever, I'm not trying to say you're going to make $1 million in a day.
But
I made like probably $25 in a week doing it. Just playing games for like 4 to 6 hours a day. Okay? Maybe more, maybe less. But on an average, 4 to 6 hours. Which I'm usually doing anyway because I don't do much. And I sit there and I watch TV or whatever. Have something in the background for background noise. Playing the game. But I want to bring that up. So it's his fault that I haven't been doing my job lately. Especially over this past week. But yeah, so
they're real bad. Anyway,
so I want to get to that. But I have found some stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to get straight into this. JC Jane.
Yeah. Starting to show off Fatal Influence.
Hey, before we even get started.
Which one, Dora?
No, one was
Oh no, Dora needs to start staying in because she was way up here by the bank this morning.
Okay.
Thank you for closing the door.
I mean,
Have a nice
unfortunately,
day.
there's not much I can do.
Yeah, but
Anyway, Fatal Influence, JC Jane come down to the ring. You know, their pompous attitudes always. JC gets into the ring. She says, "Everyone, please excuse my voice tonight. Jordan Grace elbowed me in the throat and damaged my vocal cords this past Sunday. But on to bigger and better things. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. This past Saturday at the Great American Bash, things obviously didn't go my way. And that is because certain members of Fatal Influence dropped the ball. But hey, I know Jasmine tried her best. But sometimes your best just isn't good enough when you're standing next to someone like me. Luckily for Fallon and Jasmine, they redeemed themselves at Evolution, where the best woman performers in the world took center stage. And did what I always do, and that's shock every single one of you." Fallon grabs a mic.
And she goes, The look one?
The look on, that's the typo.
shit.
The look on the face.
The look on. Look on the face
wait.
of everyone. Of every single person. Hold on. You know what? If nothing else, I gotta get my glasses. Them words are blurry as shit to me today.
The look on the face of every single person at State Farm Arena was absolutely priceless. And all I'm wondering now is, when is the shock going to wear off? Because Jane is going to be champion for a very, very long time.
Okay.
Jason comes back and says, and I'm going to continue to do things no one thought I could. Hell, I'm going to do things that no one else has ever done before. Like this Sunday at TNA Slammiversary, when I go one-on-one with the TNA Knockouts champion, Masha Slamovich. That's right. It's going to be champion versus champion. Winner takes all. And I'll give it to Masha. She's great. She has that no-nonsense, no-brains kind of attitude. But I'm going to be the one walking out of New York with both championships. And obviously, Masha wasn't taking that lying down. Her music hits.
And Masha comes out.
She storms down to the ring.
And she's like, JC, the one reason that you're still holding that NXT Women's Champion is because Blake Monroe smashed Jordan Grace in the back with that title. You lost on Saturday. And in Evolution, it took 4 of you to win. So on Sunday, I'm going to shock the entire world of women's professional wrestling when I become the first TNA wrestler to hold the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, honey, I can promise you that you will never touch my NXT Women's Championship. And come Sunday, I'll be the one walking out with both championships. And then I'll be the only woman to have not one, but 2 titles. Are you kidding me? Oh.
That's right, Soul's Music.
Yeah, Soul's Music.
And here's the thing. You even called it. And she does it too. But, right when she said this, before Soul... I think it was as Soul's Music was hitting.
Yeah.
But it was like, the second or two before, you're like, wrong. No. Plus, she might be the current one to hold it, but Stephanie still did it first.
No.
You can be 2 and 3, doesn't matter.
Well, technically she'd be the first to have the
What?
NXT and
Yeah.
TNA, but point standing.
See, she didn't say that.
Yeah.
Not one. I'll be the only woman to have not one but 2 titles.
Yeah.
She didn't say women's titles.
Okay, now we're just getting into semantics. Let's continue.
But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No. But that's basically what Soul winds up telling her. But Soul comes out and she's like, hold on, JC Jane, hold on. You're going to be the only one here with 2 titles? I mean, I know Jordan really put you through the past, what Jordan really put you through this past weekend. But damn, dude, you know what? I'll help you count. 1, and she turns around, 2. And I'm going to put my money on anyone, and I'm not going to put, and I'm going to put my money on anyone at Slammiversary. I got Masha.
Zarya says, and last I checked, Sol Ruka was the MVP of this weekend.
Thank you.
She had 3 matches back to back, and unlike Fatal Influence, we don't need to talk to make a statement. All we need to do is get in this ring.
And then Jasmine Nix chimes in, and she's like, Zarya, don't insult Fatal Influence like that. You're just jealous that we're real friends. And at least when Fatal Influence has a problem, they say it out loud.
Jane chimes and says, that's right. Instead of you 2, where it's by accident. And then they start beating the shit out of them. Zarya, Masha, Sol Ruka against Fatal Influence, and Fatal Influence is getting their asses whooped. As you would expect.
No.
Just a little bit.
No.
Anyway, so they push them out of the ring. And then we get that, not immediately, but it is set up as a triple threat match. Or not a triple threat match. A 6-woman tag team match in the main event.
And then we get a little like Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah,
kind of like the past of the family.
Yeah, we kind of get it throughout the night. We start with Tony D'Angelo saying how he was like the predecessor, that's the right word, right?
The family.
Yeah, the old Dawn of NXT. I don't remember
Yeah.
what his name was, but he took that title from his predecessor, who handed it down to him, and then he took in
Stacks.
Yeah.
But they get to that a little bit later.
Yeah. But we get to our first match of the night, and this was a shit show.
Oh, you knew it was gonna be.
Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana versus Dark State in a 6-man tag team match. And,
Did we really get any definite answer if he's working for Dark State? I don't feel like we did, but
I don't think so. I mean, we just found out that, yeah, he's a jackass, so.
no.
Anyway. Santana starts us off, but, I mean, shit quick, like, it goes downhill so fast, it's not even funny. Because, you know, Trick's refusing to tag in.
And when he does tag in, he actually does good when he tags in.
Yeah, but he's refusing to tag in for a long time, trying to steal the spotlight. And even Joe Hendry and Mike Santana aren't entirely on the same page.
No, they're more on the same page than Trick.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't go very well, because when shit finally starts hitting the fan,
where we at? Well, Trick refuses to tag in the one time, and then the second he turns his back,
he gets his ass whooped.
he tags.
But they start going back and forth a bit. I mean, you know, for three guys who really don't like each other going up against who arguably the most dangerous tag team in at least NXT, TNA right now.
The faction,
Yeah.
dangerous faction, yeah. 100%.
They were doing okay. At least until the lights go out and the system shows up. They come in, they run down to the ring, they beat up Dark State, and then the match ends in a no DQ. But then, if I remember correctly, the system was actually getting overpowered. But then Hendry and Santana rush into the ring. They help them, and then they're able to force Dark State out. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't say specifically, but I think that's how it happened, if I remember correctly. So I don't think Moose was with them.
No, Moose, you even noticed that.
Well, that was last night, but I don't know about. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there next year. It was just like the official members of the system or whatever.
Well, they're all official members.
I don't know how the fuck it works. But anyway, then we go backstage. We see.
But it was a rule of no contest.
Yeah. But then we go backstage. We see Ariana Grace and Carmen Petrovic talking in the locker room. Then Callie Armstrong joins the conversation.
I called this.
She says that she should have been in the Evolution Battle Royale because she's the Evolve Women's Champion. She feels like she would be on her way to Paris right now. And Carmen tells Callie that you're feeling yourself because she had your first successful title defense last week against Natalya. Congratulations. Since you want to walk into the locker room and run your mouth, I want a title shot. And Callie's like, bet. I don't step down from no competition. So then we get.
And then Petra's like, fine, I'll go talk to Ava. And then we get the Stacks thing that we were talking about. We get the Stacks side of the story.
About him.
Not his side of the story, but him bringing Stacks in.
Yeah, about him like growing up on the streets, working with Tony when they were younger, coming in, becoming the underboss, yada yada yada. Then we get a shot of Jordynne Grace walking into the Performance Center, and she is pissed.
Is that where that happens? No, okay. It's a little bit later. We just get her walking in. Okay.
Then we get our second match of the night, Callie Armstrong versus Carmen Petrovic for the WWE Evolve Women's Championship.
And here's the thing. We've said this. And we've said this. For Evolve, Callie's a bar.
Even in NXT.
Again, I say this as best as I can. Callie Armstrong is another Stephanie.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't want to play with her. Because Callie will come in there and she will whoop your... and not think twice.
Oh no. She's not there to play.
And like I said, she might be a heel. But, dude, I'm telling you, she can back her shit up. You know? She is not playing no games. All I heard was a snip crunch.
Bad, man. Anyway.
Guys, we're gonna send him to the addicts clinic for flavor aid. Yeah, flavor ice. He's gotta go, man. So he might not be here in a couple weeks. We might have to send him to rehab. But anyway, it is a great match. This is an absolute great match.
I don't remember seeing, like, the name Carmen Petrovic sounds so vaguely familiar, but I feel like
she was there with she used to come out with Adonis.
Yeah, so I feel like we haven't seen her.
We haven't seen her in a while, but she well, you saw it.
Yeah.
She does a whole sword thing when she comes out.
Yeah, so we haven't seen her in quite
Which
a while.
I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't get the whole gist of that character. I don't mind it, but I don't know what the whole samurai sword thing is. If it's well, okay. The reason I say that is because you got like Kyrie who comes out with the never mind, comes out with the eye patch with the. He loves it.
That shit's still so funny to me. But anyway.
But so I'm not sure if that was a thing that she was kind of kept.
I'm assuming so. But yeah, this is a great fight. It's a pretty short match, but I feel like it's a great way to show off Callie Armstrong that she might be Evolved when champion, but she's more than ready to step up to NXT.
And I think that's what they're getting ready to do, but I'm pretty sure it's in the works.
I'd say a few more months probably.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like, Kylie's rolling that ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're sitting back and they're going.
Oh yeah, you gotta pop on NXT. You give us a few more months. We gotta find someone to beat you, and then you can come up to NXT.
Yeah, because I think they're already working Callie in, and I think we'll get to this a little bit later, or maybe is it later this week or is it last week? With Tyra May. It's weird. It's weird that they brought Tyra May down and bring Callie up.
Yeah.
That'll tell you where they stand. And it's nothing against Tyra May. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not a fan of hers. We already know that. And it's just because I think they pushed her way too hard for something that
didn't actually translate to marketability.
Yeah.
Like her, even Booker, and not to harp on it because I want to move on. But even Booker T, at the end of season 1, said her growth is not what you would expect. Like from episode 1 of LFG to the season finale of LFG 1, she'd barely grown.
Yeah.
Either in ring or out of ring.
And again, like I said, from what I've watched, and we've been watching Evolve since day one, since it started, at least this current run of Evolve, because they did have a Evolve years back.
Yeah.
The new run. We've been watching it, and Callie, like I said, we were sitting there watching. I was like, yeah, okay, she's good. But the more you see her, the more you see Callie, the more you're like, this girl gonna be somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
This girl gonna be somebody.
And they know that.
She's gonna be the next Julia.
Oh yeah.
The next Stephanie Bakir, the next Roxanne Perez.
And that is why They've already moved her up. Not moved her up to NXT.
But they're showcasing her.
Exactly.
Like, they're like, hey, look what we got on Evolve. Come watch Evolve. Watch this girl grow. Because she's gonna be
up here soon.
She's gonna be up in the main spots here.
Oh.
I give her within 2 years, she's gonna be main roster.
Oh, absolutely.
Within 2. And I simply say because maybe another 6 to 7 months on Evolve.
Just to, like, flesh it out.
And then another 6 to 8, 9 months on NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Within 2 years, you're going to see Kali on main roster. And again, I bring this up, and we're going to move on after this. But I say this all the time, and now that Knight Rider decided to rejoin us, he can agree with me. I know he won't disagree with me. If he disagrees with me, I'm going to punch him in his head, because it will simply be just to disagree. If you are not watching, like, NXT or Evolve even, they have absolutely the best women. I'm not saying Raw and SmackDown don't have great women on there, especially now that Stephanie and Julia and Roxanne have come up. But what I am saying is that the women still down in Evolve and NXT are just as good.
Oh, I'm going to say this. I know we were saying for the longest time that NXT is the best wrestling show, and it still is. However, I will say over the past week to two, the main roster has been getting back to where it should be.
And I think that has a lot to do with they're not fighting for lack of a better thing to say, 6 hours of content.
Yeah.
They're fighting for like 4.5.
Yeah.
They've cut their time to almost 3/4 of
Yeah.
their time.
And I think going
And
back
I think
down
that
to 2
has
hours,
made them a significant difference.
Yeah.
Like they've kind of balanced them back out. And again, like I said, yes.
And you know what? I'm going to say I called this. I called it. When they said SmackDown was moving to 3 hours, I was like, it's not going to be as good.
Yeah.
I called it. And now they're going back down to 2 hours. I'm so glad. And that means we get over at 9 o'clock. It means more. It's beautiful. Anyway.
But yeah, back to what we were doing. Then we get, and I loved this in the sense that
Jordan Grace comes out to the
and
ring.
she's pissed.
She's pissed. She says, Blake! I'm not leaving this ring until you get out here and tell me why you did what you did at Evolution. Get your ass out here now!
And then Mr. Stone, Robert Stone, Stroke, Stevie Turner informs Grace. And now I don't know why Stevie Turner was out there on NXT.
I think it's just because, well, Callie's there. And
yeah,
also
but
it's all at the
still.
Performance Center, so.
Yeah, but... And I know that they've been kind of back there with Ava lately.
Yeah. Here
and there, but I don't know why they came to the ring. I don't know. It was just
well,
weird.
I'm pretty sure Ava comes out then later.
Yeah.
But anyway. Anyway.
Oh, that's before I forget. Way off subject. I was watching Grey.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna bring this up because we do this every day. Every day we stream. It was one of his membership videos, and he was playing. He wasn't playing a game. He was watching videos, like the YouTube video, the live stream YouTube videos of like animals, like baby birds and whatever, cat videos that are live streamed, whatever.
Yeah.
He was doing those, just randomly being Gray.
Yeah.
So if you know Gray, you know what I'm talking about. And he goes, we're not going to bring up a certain A lady because every time I've brought it up in my videos, the A lady has gone off at people's houses and the A lady has decided to pop off and turn things on and off for them. It has decided to look things up for them. And so we're not going to mention the A lady. And I was like, I have to remember to tell Tafari that for the simple fact that how many times we've gone Miss Bliss.
Yeah. The A lady. I like that. Anyway.
But I thought that was funny. And because it just clicked and it reminded me, the A lady was going off.
Yellow anyway.
And I got a notification.
Anyway. But yeah, they come
down and they're like, whoa, stop.
She's not here. She's not in the performance center. Blah blah blah. And then a video package comes up on the Titantron. There's this newspaper that reads breaking news: Blake Monroe despises everything about Jordynne Grace. And then she comes on. She says the Glamour believes that Jordynne Grace is not worthy enough to carry her shoes, much less be the NXT Women's Champion. When you look at Blake Monroe and it shows her all pretty and glamoury and you look at Jordynne Grace and it shows a picture of her, I think, like after she had gotten dropped on the announce table, like, and like bloody, like, not a flattering picture. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Who would you rather be? Yeah. She thought so. So then she comes on the screen once again, like in the bathtub, covered by nothing but like soap suds.
The bubbles.
Yeah. Oh, it's not your fault, JG, but you are cordially invited to sit front row in Houston, Texas next week for my NXT singles debut. Then you'll see the difference between me and you.
And Stone is still trying to keep Grace from killing everybody.
Yeah. And it doesn't succeed very well, considering she kills him.
She clotheslines Stevie Turner.
Yeah. Then
she just drops the shit out of Stone with a spine buster.
Then she goes back and she runs into Ava with a bunch of security guards. And you know what? I gotta say this. Even Jordynne Grace isn't stupid enough to lay a hand on Ava. That should tell you something about Ava.
Well, I'm going to tell you two reasons why. 2 reasons why. One, when you get in NXT, if Ava's still there, would you fuck with Ava?
Absolutely not.
Considering how many times she got up in Trick's face.
Oh yeah. But that's exactly my point.
She's not afraid.
No.
She don't give
Jordynne Grace.
She don't give. And then 2, who her daddy is.
Yeah.
And that's real life. That's not story. That's fact.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So she's always got that in her back pocket because I definitely gonna piss him off. Granted, he might have a no lose clause in his film, but to my face, there ain't no win or lose clause. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
That's fair.
But yeah, you're right. She doesn't. She just kind of like.
Yeah. Well, she's telling the security guards like, "Don't fucking touch me."
Yeah, but I mean,
she doesn't raise a finger to Ava. But then we move on. We see Team Undertaker from WWE LFG backstage. Shiloh Hill, Danny Sikelski, Bailey Humphrey, and Drake Monroe.
Your girl.
Yeah. Drake Morax?
Drake Moreau.
Drake Moreau. That is not Moreau. I don't give a fuck what he says.
Isn't that what they...
Yes, that is not Moreau.
I'm just telling you.
Moreaux. That is not fucking Moreau. I don't care what your daddy told you, what your mommy told you, that is not how Moreau is spelled. I don't know how it's spelled, but that ain't it.
I believe that's what they call him.
That is his name. I'm saying, that is not Moreau. That's Morex. Anyway.
Are you done?
Maybe. But then Trick Williams comes in, and he's like, "Get the hell out of my way." And then he just starts going apeshit for some reason.
Yeah, telling them all basically that they'll never be as cool as him.
Yeah.
That he's always going to be top. And they don't even need to be there.
And then Drake steps up to him and he's like, "You better ask your boy The Undertaker if it's smart to step up to the TNA World Champion." Then he says that Drake is wasting his time and to stay out of his way. And then immediately, Shiloh gets a call from The Undertaker.
Yeah, and we find out more about this later.
Yeah.
And like
Woohoo!
X is like done
On
with this.
fire.
X is on fire with this. Like I don't think we're gonna get a match,
I don't think so.
but
Oh, I bet money we do.
I bet we don't. But I am gonna tell you,
To be fair,
Trick. Here's what I think's gonna happen. I think Trick's gonna mouth off to Undertaker because he's. Spoiler here. We'll find out later. Undertaker will be on NXT next week.
No. Nobody said a lady. I'm confused.
That is his Google, I believe, not
Oh.
her.
Anyway,
I think what's going to happen is probably, was it Shiloh? Yeah, Shiloh. I think he's going to mouth off. Trick is going to mouth off to Taker. Taker's probably going to smack him or something. Some kind of confrontation. He's going to go to smack Undertaker and Shiloh or Drake, one of the two boys.
I think it's going to be Drake, considering he's the one who stepped up first. But that's just
But I'm just saying. Either one is going to step in the middle and like, you want to fight? You fight me.
But here's the thing we have to consider. These boys have already had matches on NXT. At least Shiloh has. He was in the Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the Battle Royal, the Royal Rumble, actually, if I remember correctly.
For the type.
No, like the Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah, it was him and I think Chris Island.
Yeah.
So, I would not be surprised if these boys got, at least one of them got a match on NXT.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One of these two, I think, like I said, I think Trick's going to mouth off.
Yeah, and then a match for next week.
Yeah. Because I'm sure Undertaker can
Oh, absolutely.
pull a couple strings. Because you want to know who he knows in the back? Everybody.
Exactly.
And I don't mean that to be funny. I mean, think about the Attitude Era and who's running it now. Right now, technically in charge of like the writing team and the creative team for NXT and the main roster, you have Jesse James, Road Dogg, up there on like head of creative writing and all that, I believe, or somewhere along those lines. You have Triple H who is basically running it,
Yeah,
and on
yeah.
NXT you have Shawn Michaels who's running it. So yeah, guess what? Those three, they all four of them are circling. They've
Yep.
like grown up together. They've not grown up, but you understand what I'm saying.
yeah.
Oh,
They've been up and down them roads quite 100 times plus.
They've been out to the pubs a few times. Anyway.
And I'm sure, well, for a matter of fact, a little off subject, but a friend of mine, well, not a friend of mine, but a friend of mine who was my friend, I don't talk to him anymore, worked at, like, the bar, a bar over in St. Louis. There was a big match, like, in St. Louis, like I think it was a pay-per-view at the time. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and all them were at the bar drinking. As soon as the wrestling got over, they headed to the bar. So these, like I said, these guys, like I said, Dark State, the System, and I said it when all that went down. I was like, and Joe Hendry and all them, like the whole group. I said, and you know where they're going now?
Wow.
They went, our part's over. Let's go to the bar, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
And all 12 of them or whatever walked to the bar together. He's buying round. So, I mean, but yes, this is going to be an issue. Because like I said, and I've got it on the Discord and everything too, Taker's showing up next week, there's going to be a problem.
Okay. But then, Jasper Troy.
Oh my God.
Jasper Troy.
You called this.
Oh, yeah. He walks into Ava's office, and Ava says that what happened to the Great American Bash was unacceptable. She knows that, Jasper, your first PLE didn't go exactly the way you want, but attacking Ricky Saints during an NXT North American title match was not the right choice. Jasper's like, I was just standing there. And he was like, look, I know you want to keep your momentum going from winning season 1 of LFG, but you're in NXT now. If you want to prove yourself, you can do that in the matches I decide for you. Jasper's like, Ricky had what was coming to him when he got into my territory. And he was like, look, little boy. She doesn't actually say that, but she's like, you're in NXT, and we settle our issues in the ring. Next week, it'll be you and Ricky Saints one-on-one. And Jasper Troy is like, I can work with that. Ricky Saints is going to bend the knee, and then I'm going to break him.
Again, here's what I'm going to say about that. And I said it kind of too. Jasper's a big guy, but there's one problem. Ricky's not a pushover.
Oh, absolutely not.
It kind of goes to the whole... I know this is going back to the main roster thing, but it's the same thing with Aleister Black versus R-Truth, Ron Killings, whatever. Do not underestimate Ricky.
No.
Do not. Because the second you underestimate him,
He's gonna
you're gonna be winding up going, ooh,
Pretty!
yeah, he's gonna hit that Rochambeau.
yeah, and you're gonna be going, ooh, tweet, 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 tweet. Do I hear bells?
But yeah,
Birdies.
that'll be an interesting
But
match for
like I said, don't fall asleep on Ricky. You know, because Ricky might not be the biggest, he might not be the meanest, but he definitely won Don't Turn Your Back On.
Yeah. There's a reason he became North American champion.
Like day one.
Pretty much.
But anyway.
Then we get a Lucy Crucifino vignette.
Yep.
Going over, how he came up into the family, yada yada yada.
That he was a football star, that became a lawyer,
yeah.
that joined the family to help them. And then we get the Kelly Kincaid backstage interview with Lash Legend.
Yeah. The bougie bully talked a big game, but she backed it up too at Evolution. She tossed out Zelina Vega, Nikki Bella, and Nia Jax. Kelly asks her, how do you build up on this breakout performance? Lash says that she's going to greet the winner of the Masa Slamovich JC Jane double championship match at Slammiversary next week in Houston. Then Jada Parker walks up, and she says, I was loving all those Miss Parker chants. Lash was not the only person from NXT who had a standout performance in the Battle Royale. Then she reminds Lash that she tossed out a future Hall of Famer in Natalia. So if anybody is going to greet Masa Slamovich of JC Jane in Houston, it's going to be her. Clock it.
Again, I'm going to tell you what. And I said this off camera. I know Slammiversary still unfortunately costs money. I wish they would bring it to like a Netflix or a whatever streaming service for their pay-per-views, like what WWE did with the PLEs, bring them to Peacock. I wish they'd bring it to something that we could essentially get a subscription to that wasn't just TNA, or if it was included in the $10 subscription to TNA. Kind of like what Peacock is. But Slammiversary is going to be fire.
Oh, absolutely. It is such a stacked card.
It is going to be pure fire.
I mean, we've got Masha versus JC for the double champion.
You know what? Matter of fact, go ahead and talk about this. I'm going to see if I can't pull the card up real quick. We can always remove the thing and bring it up. Let me see if I can find the full set card.
But then we get our third match tonight. Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Lorenzo versus Luca Crucifino in the Family Business Triple Threat match. And this was phenomenal. It had everything you would expect. Lusa and Tony, they go at it a bit, but for the most part, it's Stax who winds up getting the short shtick, considering he's the one who ruined the family in the first place. He comes in there. It's a triple threat, no DQ, so he comes in there, swinging a crowbar around, trying to crack up people upside the skull with it. But I don't think he ever really connects with anything. But the real highlight of this match is near the very end. Crucifino snatches the crowbar away from Lorenzo, and Lorenzo is begging for mercy. And then he drives him back first in the steel ring post, and then he grabs the crowbar and is about to take him out with it. And then Tony spears Stacks through the NXT Scissors Lift podium. And what happened next was beautiful. Because they both, like, disappear into, like, behind the plywood or whatever it is they bust through. And you just see Stacks, like Superman fly out of the hole, landing in the ground, and then Tony, like Kool-Aid Man, busts his way out. Crucifino gets up, he tries to do something, but Tony headbutts him, and then he hits him with a spine buster through the announce table.
It's after our mark,
Yeah.
so go one down and put a new one.
But he hits him with a spine buster through the announce table, and then he hits another spine buster in the center of the ring on Stacks to pick up the victory. So Tony wins. I feel like this was pretty...
Tony's goodbye. Again, I think
he's going to the main roster.
I think he's going to the main roster. If not, it'll probably be after SummerSlam.
Yeah, probably.
Like, they're probably going to try to tie up any loose ends with the family.
Yeah.
But wait, SummerSlam is 3 weeks? So yeah, we only got like 2 weeks. So I figure they're going to either not have him on.
Yeah, he probably just won't be there.
But I figure they're going to tie up some loose ends with like Stacks not having the Heritage Cup.
I really hope they didn't get rid of there.
Well, they still announced him as a Heritage Cup champion. So that's a bonus.
Because I genuinely think that's one of the most interesting titles we have.
But I'm just saying, I think that might be... I think that might be still going forward because they announced it. If they would have dropped it, I think they would have dropped it.
Yeah.
But I was worried about that, and I said that.
Then we go backstage, and we see Tavion Heights arguing with Ren.
I hate it.
He says that she threw in the towel last week because she was concerned. I'm sorry. Ren says that she threw in the towel last week because she was concerned about Tavion's health, and Charlie Dempsey was not going to let up. Tavion says that this is not about leaving the No Quarter Catch crew. It's about doing something for himself. He just wants his own opportunities, just like Miles Bourne. Then, of course, Dempsey comes in. And Tavion's like, I have nothing...
he starts off with, because they get real quiet, and he's like, please, don't get quiet for me. Talk.
And Tavion's like, I got nothing to say to you. And then Ren informs them both that she's going to be having a match with Blake Monroe next week in her home state of Texas. And Tavion is like, hey, good for you. And obviously you can see that Charlie's like, excuse me? And she's like, come on, I never do anything for myself, you know? We're all about lifting each other up and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah. And Tavion's like, yeah, we're supposed to support each other, right, Charlie? And he's like, yeah, sure. So Tavion says that, you know, we can put our issues aside because next week is all about Ren. And Ren's like, you know, for whatever it matters, I would never leave the No Quarter Catch crew. So if you want to be in my corner next week, it's your choice.
Bullshit. I'm sorry. I see a No Quarter... Yeah. No Quarter Catch crew tanking.
I do, but I don't think it's because Ren leaves. I think it's because Tavion leaves, and then Charlie's like, well, it's not really a crew anymore. It's more of like a duo, and also, I don't really care about any of you anyway. I just wanted to leech off you. And Ren, you're kind of useless. That's what he would say, not me. Actually, we haven't seen Ren.
No, I don't think, as much as we've been watching, I think I've more or less seen her be the outside than the inside.
And honestly, I'm very glad that she gets a chance to show off what she can do in the ring. I hope, and I know she's not going. Actually, well, here's the thing. Because normally, they always win their debut match. However, what we have to take into account is, A, it is Ren's home state, not her hometown. But they almost always win in their home state. And Jordan Grace is going to be out at ringside.
Oh, that's going to be an issue.
Yes. But, so here's the
and
thing.
Here was the stupid part. Now, I don't know if I brought it up. I brought it up last night. Or Tuesday. What was Blake thinking? Like, that...
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the dumbest... And I know a story. We know...
She has them up her sleeve. Here's the thing. I don't think, and I could be completely wrong, but considering the way that she plotted Jordan's downfall at Evolution, I think they're trying to play her off as more of a, not necessarily a strategist, but like a conniving, manipulative, like an intelligent heel, not just like mindless, oh, I'm so great.
You'll
awesome.
know what I'm talking about. You probably won't. But if you do, fair enough. I'm going to say one word, 2 words? Cerebral assassin.
Yeah.
And you know who that refers to. Is that what you're kind of...
Kind of.
Like, the mind assassin.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's going to go in there and use his brain in order to just pick you apart.
Yeah,
yep.
Like she has something up her sleeve. I don't think she would just invite Jordan Grace out to ringside to watch her match and not have a plan to deal with her. Whether it be, I don't know, having a steel chair tucked away somewhere, or having the fatal influence.
You don't think... well, yeah, I didn't think about
having
that.
fatal influence come out to help her out. I don't know.
I did not think about that.
Something. She has some kind of plan.
But here, back to our story here. This was great. Again,
next segment, yes.
For again, a promo, a segment, whatever. NXT still, I think, delivers.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think, and again, we're going to get it tonight, but I think they can do in 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, what it takes the main roster 20 to 25 to do.
You're correct. However, I'm going to say, in the past few weeks, on the main roster, the promos have been more condensed. I'd say they're about as long as the ones we got in NXT, but the difference is, for me, is what is said and the way it is said. The message and the passion behind it. I feel like every promo we get, almost every promo we get in NXT, it serves a purpose and it has emotion behind it. It's not just for the sake of filling time or continuing a story without anything to back it up.
You mean the John Cena, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of trash, you all suck, I'm leaving, kick rocks.
Yeah.
That we've heard, what, we're on like show, or not show, but appearance like 18 of 30 or something, and how many times we've heard exactly what I just said? At least 16.
But yeah, I mean, like every promo we've gotten so far, all of the family vignettes served a purpose. The Ava and Jasper Troy served a purpose. Even the Blake Monroe served a purpose. It all serves a purpose, and it all has emotion behind it. It's not just for the sake of progressing the story with nothing to back it up.
But yeah, I think this was one of the best segments of the night.
Yeah.
Not matches, segments. Are the Flavor Ices coming back?
Oh, something like that.
The revenge, the flavor ice. These things are the devil. Now you're gonna find out the devil himself.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I know,
Something tried to come up.
I've had those. To where you're sitting there and you're like, acid reflux fighting back.
Yeah. That was awful.
Anyway, okay. So we get this segment with Josh Briggs.
Yeah.
Josh Briggs is in the ring.
Yeah, and then Obafemi comes down.
Well, Josh Briggs is in the ring, and he's like, Saturday at the Great American Bash, I watched the opportunity of a lifetime get squandered. I did everything I could do to make sure that my friend left with the NXT Championship. But look, he didn't win as bad as he didn't win as bad as I wanted him to win. It's not even why I'm mad. How long has Imahara been here? What? Maybe a little less than a year? He already got an NXT Championship match on a PLE. Bro, I've been here for 4 years, having some of the best matches in NXT history. And I haven't even sniffed the NXT Championship match. Imahara is what do you call it? He's too nice. Imahara is too nice. And this is a cutthroat business. And I have an opportunity. You have an opportunity. And you take the shot. And by any means necessary.
And then Obafemi comes out. He says, Josh, you know Saturday was never supposed to be about you. But your presence in the guise of Inamura's corner. But your presence that day caused some troubles. What you don't understand is, whether you were there or not, the ruler was always going to come out on top. But because of your involvement, you ruined the match. Because of your involvement, people are questioning the validity of my victory. All because of you. You ruined it. You and your jealousy.
Jealousy? Whose jealousy? I saw you drowning in the deep end, and Imahara let you up. You've been taken to the limit every single week, and brother, you're about to break. Nothing lasts forever, ruler. And you know what? And you know, now that Imahara is a man of honor, you know that Imahara is a man of honor, and you know for sure, for damn sure, that I am not. And then Imahara comes down the ring.
Says, Briggs, you don't speak for me. What are you doing?
And Briggs is like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What do you think I've done what do you think I've done at the Bash?
I'm doing what you should have done.
I'm doing what you should have done at the Bash. Okay.
Oba says, we already know that Yoshi deserves another title opportunity, but you, Josh, you don't deserve a single thing.
No. The only reason you think he deserves another title shot, a rematch, is because you know that he won't do whatever it takes to beat you like I will.
And,
Imahara.
Yeah, and Imahara says, Quiet, Briggs. I am my own man. I will do what it takes to win, but I will do it with honor, my way.
And then Josh Briggs is like, you know what, buddy? Since you're so confident, how about this? Next week, in Houston, triple threat match for the NXT Championship.
And it was like, you know what? Your pride will be your eventual downfall. Is that what you want? And then Oba and Josh get into a fist fight.
And Imahara's like trying to
break them apart.
Keep them separate.
Josh ends up clocking Imahara with a back elbow. He clotheslines Obafemi off the top or over the top rope. And then all three of them have to be restrained by referees. So this is gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, that's next week. But then we get the Ethan Page promo.
He says, the past 2 weeks, we have celebrated some great days. July 1st, Canada Day, where Canada gained its independence from Great Britain. Amazing. as well as July 4th, where we all celebrated this great nation turning 249 years old. Incredible. And this Saturday, the Great American Bash, where all ego Ethan Page, North America's favorite athlete, competed against Ricky Saints in a Falls Count Anywhere match, where I almost broke my back, risking life and limb to turn back Ricky Saints and successfully defend the North American Championship for the countries it represents. Now, I personally think I'm ready for a celebration, just not tonight. And not because of the fickle people of Orlando, but because I truly can't think of a better place to celebrate such a huge triumph than the heart of America, Houston, Texas. God bless each and every single one of you, and God bless America. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I'm assuming I was cleaning my face, because I don't remember this. I'm glad I wasn't there for it, though.
It was. He's a. I don't even know if I can fathom the words. But anyway, then we get a backstage interview with Kelly Kincaid and Ricky Saints.
Ricky says that a lesser man wouldn't even be standing here following the Falls Count Anywhere match at the Great American Bash. But when he came to NXT, he told everyone he was going to be the man around here. And the only way to do that is to show up and show out every single time. Yes, Ethan Page retained, but that is without Ricky mentioning Jasper Troy. Jasper picked the wrong place, but the right guy. Ricky knows that what Jasper lacks in experience, he makes up for with his uncontrollable rage. Jasper's rage will catch up to him next week. Jasper is going to find out exactly why he calls himself Absolute.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the notification that Undertaker will be on NXT next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we have a little backstage.
And Tatum's
Drama.
hiding.
Yeah.
Tatum's like hiding like in between like these racks and behind boxes and this whole like.
Yeah, it's weird. She's like, I'm so sorry, Izzy. Please don't be mad at me. And he's like, I'm not mad at you about what happened at the Bash. Tatum, you don't have to worry anymore because you have the calling. And she's like, I have an idea. Then
Well, she's like, well, she goes, in the calling, we're your real friends.
Mm-hmm.
And Tatum's like, okay, I like that. I have an idea. So.
Then we get to the main event. Masa Slamovich, Sol Ruka, and Zarya versus Fatal Influence in a 6-woman tag team match. And as you would expect, phenomenal.
Oh, 100%.
Of course.
And here's the thing, and we're going to get into this later. Probably a few times over the course of this weekend. Masha, when it comes to TNA, she's a beast, man.
She's a different breed of a woman.
You don't want to screw with Masha.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And
No.
JC Jane keeps poking that bear, and eventually that bear's
Even
going to
though
fight.
CK said he would.
I think Masha's pretty. She's not like drop dead gorgeous, but she's pretty. You know? But here's what I'm saying. She's eventually... JC's going to keep poking the bear, and the bear's going to chew her hand off.
Oh, her hand? Her whole head.
Exactly.
Her arm up to her shoulder, to her head, and back down her leg.
Yeah, she's going to get mauled to death.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to keep poking Masha, and Masha's going to eat you alive.
Because that's exactly what she did here. Masha picks up the pinfall with the Northern Lights bomb. Then we move on to TNA. We start off with Moose versus Sami Callihan. This is a pretty short match. I feel like Callihan was kind of just tossed to the wayside.
I don't know what they're trying to do with this, but at the end of the match, like, Moose wins.
Yeah.
And at the end of the match, Sammy's in the corner trying to, like, get up, and Moose is just insulting him.
Yeah, he's like, you're a worthless turd, a fat piece of shit, like, all this.
You've disgraced my ring long enough, get out.
Yeah, you should go back and work in catering.
You fat bastard.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And he's like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to allow you to unlace your boots, put them in the center of this ring, and walk back to catering and do a job you actually can do.
Yeah, it was.
And Sammy starts unlacing his boots, and then he stops. The crowd is like, no, Sammy, no, Sammy.
Yeah.
And he stops, and he rolls out of the ring and walks up the apron.
Yeah. And that's when the system comes out, because they're getting ready for a match with Order 4. And I fucking
You did. You called it. Safari called it.
As Order 4 is coming down to the ring, the lights go out.
The little circles.
Yeah.
The spotlights.
We see Dark State out in the crowd. They rush down and they lay the system on their ass.
And again, I think this needs to be brought up. Order 4 hasn't even gone to the ring yet.
No, they were still.
They're like on the stage, getting ready to walk down,
Yeah.
and they're just all kind of like, okay.
Yeah. And Ali has his hand out like, no. You don't want to let them deal with their own shit.
And they're kind of like, you know what? We're out. We're gonna go back up the ramp and go backstage and
yeah, we didn't want to match anyway.
We don't want to deal with any of this crap.
Exactly. Then we have an interview with Danny Luna. Deanna's like, I'm feeling pretty confident. The Knockouts division is the most competitive it's ever been. I know who I am and what I bring to the table. Tessa Blanchard is just standing in my way.
And this was good.
This was Tessa Blanchard versus Danny Luna.
Again, and I feel like I need to bring this up. I hate Tessa Blanchard. But
Who?
I
Yeah.
don't think I hate Tessa and Victoria near as much as I freaking hate Stephanie DeLander and Mace Warner. Like, is it
What? I'm curious, man. What's his name? Mance Warner?
Mm-hmm. Supposedly they're engaged. No. Hell no! I swear to God, you get a t-shirt, I will burn it on you. I will burn it on you. I swear. Alright, fine. Go ahead. Get one. Get one. I dare you to get a Mace Warner.
I don't want to subscribe to your garbage.
Get one. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to get a shirt, one of Logan Paul's shirts.
No.
Yes.
That is completely different.
No, it's not.
That is completely
No, it's
different
not.
ballpark.
No, it's not. Nope. Nope. You're entitled to the wrong opinion. So,
You're entitled to the wrong thing.
so go.
Because Logan Paul's a genuine piece of human feces. He's just playing a character.
Okay.
And it's funny.
That I hate him so much.
Yes, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I cannot. But anyway, back to our original story.
This was great. This was great.
It was a good match. It was a good match. And I don't even recall Victoria getting involved. I don't
She
think
doesn't. I believe Tessa just, if I remember correctly,
Hey,
Oh,
now.
yeah, she did.
Hey.
She did right at the end.
that's right. So Tessa managed to pick up the win. Then after the match, they get in the ring.
And they start beating the hell out of
Yeah.
Dana Luna.
Mhm.
But Indy Hartwell runs out. Tessa and Victoria dip the fuck out.
Oh yeah, I think you were washing your face or whatever at this point, or doing whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
But even Knight Rider noticed that Tessa is literally in the ring like, come on, Indy, come on.
And
Yep.
then
And as soon as Indy slides in the ring,
That
Tessa
dumb bitch
runs
jumps
the other-
out of the fucking
She runs
ring.
the other direction. I was like, you dumb broad. You said you want her in there. The second she's
Yep.
in, you're like,
Then you back out and you run like a scared ass little chicken.
I'm like, really? Really? This is the role we're gonna play? Anyway.
But Indy grabs
But
Mike
anywho,
and she says, Tessa, every friend you've ever had, you've turned your back on. You haven't known me for 6 years, but at Slammiversary, you're gonna get to know me, bitch.
I thought that was great.
yeah, that was awesome.
That was great. You ain't known me in 6 years. But at Slammiversary, you're gonna
know me.
Then we have the Inspiration coming out to address the Elegance brand.
Well, they don't really come out. They're still backstage. But
Alright.
here's the thing. I loved when they did this. I wasn't always a fan of... Help me out.
Who?
Iconics.
Yeah, the
I wasn't always a
iconic.
fan of the Iconics, which is who Inspiration was in WWE.
Yeah,
But
the Iconics are very.
I do think that I love their promos. And the reason I think I love their promos is because they bounce off each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they do it, one will say,
I don't think it says anything they say in here. But we have footage from the Inspiration's autograph signing 3 weeks ago. They get into a brawl with the Elegance brand. And then they have a backstage interview where they say, we deserve the spotlight when we become the 2-time TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. It doesn't have exactly what they say, but that's the gist of it.
but yeah, when they're talking, they'll be like, and we will be the 2-time TNA. They're
Yeah, like going back and forth, like siblings would do or whatever.
I think it's really cool that they do, and it's the characters that they use because they're supposed to be so in sync
Mm-hmm.
that they can almost speak for
Finish
each other.
each other's sentences, yeah.
And it's really cool. I didn't like it as much, but I guess since they're going, and oh my god, do we have this whole thing?
What full thing? You mean
The
the
Elegance-
Elegance brand and
Yeah.
we see footage from NXT where Master wrestled in a 6-woman tag team match against Fatal Influence and gets the win. Then the Elegance brand makes their way out to the ring. Ash says that she got
talk about it in a
$5,000 because every...
You're good with.
I'm not playing nothing right now. You better not be playing no game.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to pay attention to the stream.
Ash says that she got $5,000
I'm doing
with
both.
every one of them. They
I'm
submitted
making money.
the footage to TNA management and edited the truth.
And you can make money too
They
because
should
I know
be
you'll
talking about her.
make bank on this one.
She's the #1 contender and beat 19 other women to win this opportunity. She has the divine right to take the Knockouts Championship, and why the Elegant brand is the most dominant female faction in pro wrestling history. And then Fatal Influence comes out, and JC's like, Ash, the fuck are you smoking?
Is that what?
No, that's not exactly what she
that's
says.
not what she
But
said.
I'm, what's the word? Ad-libbing?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
think is that the right word?
Yeah.
I'm ad-libbing.
Okay,
She
yep.
says,
Just a
Ash, the
second.
fuck are you smoking? You want to see the most dominant female faction in all of sports entertainment? You're looking at him right here. Fatal Influence. I am the NXT champion, and in like a week,
3 days. It's Sunday.
in 3 days at Slammiversary,
Ah.
I will become the first ever NXT
Fucking commercial.
and TNA double champion.
Damn
And
it.
if you wanna step up, I'll show you where you stand.
Exactly.
And then Masha Slamovich comes out because once again we can't have. She doesn't let anybody run their mouth, and I kind of like that.
But she comes into the ring,
Yeah.
basically.
Elegance leaves, and Masha shoves Ash on the way. This sentence doesn't make any sense. Masha says Masha doesn't know her. Anyway. But Masha says she came to Brooklyn from Russia. She doesn't have any friends. JC JC says that if she looked in the mirror, she would understand why she doesn't have any friends. And Masha says, like, I'll be damned if I let you come to my city and let an outsider take my title. JC would have to stop her heart from beating. And then she asks JC,
Can you say the same thing?
and then they just kind of stare at each other. And,
Well, JC holds up her title, and then Masha's like, okay.
yeah.
Exactly.
They basically just... Hang on, pretty much. That's how it goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then we get the TNA injury
And I like
report.
this. They actually have it this time. Yay! Except
Trey
Casey.
Miguel has a hernia injury, and KC Navarro is cleared from his knee injury. We have Jody Threat checking on Danny Luna.
And this, it does have a little bit of it. Danny is backstage getting checked out by medical. Indy Hartwell's at her side. Jody Threat comes up. She's like, girl, are you okay? Are you okay? She's like, where were you? She came to my rescue. What were we? She's like, not flipping out, but you can see, like, we were a team. You were supposed to be my best friend, and she showed up and not you? Why?
I mean, because she has beef with Tessa Blanchard.
But,
I get it, but
yeah.
that's exactly why. Because she has beef with Tessa.
But I'm saying, I think that's going to be a story as it progresses.
I see them getting into a rivalry and probably having a match. Not at Slammiversaries and like.
No.
But probably like the next big TNA pay-per-view, I'd see them having a rivalry of some sorts.
And then we get footage from the Great American Bash, which we're not going to cover. The Joe Hendry,
Yeah.
Mike Santana, and Trick Williams being attacked by Dark State. Then the Dark State, we got the whole Dark State system thing that happened.
Oh, this is great.
I loved this. This was absolutely...
We have Judas Icarus versus the Hometown Man.
And here's what I thought so amazing. Is the Hometown Man, even the commentators were like, this is Cody Deaner. Like, why are we even calling him the Hometown Man when it's Cody Deaner? I think the only one that thinks is a different man right now
Santino.
is Santino.
But hey, as long as he's going to stay in here. And you know what? Even if it is Cody Deaner, he won a match, didn't he?
Yep.
That's the whole reason
Yeah,
TNA
exactly.
management fired him. Every single match he's won since he got back, he's won. So, suck it.
Yep. Agree. 100%. I'll be right back.
Anyway, so they have their match.
And they're trying to pull the mask off of him.
Yes, several times. Like both Judas Icarus.
And I can't remember the other guy's name.
Yeah. And Travis. They're both trying to unmask him, but the referee catches him, and the Hometown Man managed to hit a suicide dive on Travis, the outside, and then hits sliced bread on Judas, picks up the win. After the match, Eric Young comes rushing out, and the Hometown Man dips the fuck out of there, and he runs off into the crowd. Because on the way in, he had handed one of the crowd members like a bandana or something like that, and then he runs off into the crowd, and Eric Young goes up, and he's glaring at these crowd folks, and he's like he's getting ready to sock him upside the jaw. Thankfully, referees come in and they tell him to, hey, don't do that or else you'll probably get fired. So he doesn't do it, and the Hometown Man successfully escapes. Then we have Enzo crashing. Enzo Amore, he says that he would eat up Joe Hendry and spit him out. He's not all in because the chip on his shoulder is worth more than any pile. He's bringing Zilla Fatu and a Bishop to TNA Slammiversary, which is very interesting because Zilla Fatu is Jacob's brother, if I remember correctly.
Hold on. What?
Zilla Fatu is Jacob's brother, right?
Yes.
So he's coming to Slammiversary.
For who? Is that who they say Enzo was referring to?
Yes. Zilla Fatu and a bishop. Whatever the fuck that means.
Bishop. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. But that'll be interesting, to say the least. And then Steve Macklin, he's shown backstage with a special message. He talks about being the reigning TNA International Champion and how he wants to live up to the name Bulletproof. And he makes it pretty clear, this guy, he's not willing to go into anyone from any company at any time. He represents TNA in a title defense this Sunday at Slammiversary. I don't believe we get his opponent. He's just having a title match.
Yeah, so it'll probably be like a, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a jobber because I don't think it is.
Not a pay-per-view, no.
But I think what we are gonna get is open challenge type thing, and probably I would look for somebody from NXT.
Or even, like, somebody new.
I mean, shit, that could be where Enzo comes in.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Exactly.
But then, Matt Cardona is having a match against a jobber. Literally a fucking jobber. And he comes down to the ring.
And he says probably the dumbest thing ever.
And he
makes his way
he's
in.
like, Dark State, you attacked me last week. I know that you're in the building. Come out here. And they do. The bell rings, and then the lights go out, and Dark State shows up, and then they come down there, and then they whoop his fucking ass.
But it's not a matter of them whooping his ass. It's a matter of who shows up to defend him.
Cardona comes down. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
The system. Well, actually,
well, it starts with Brian Myers.
Yeah, Brian Myers.
And he gets his ass whooped, and he's about to get the double powerbomb treatment when the rest of the system comes out with kendo sticks and steel chair. And, that should tell you something, by the way. That they need to come down there with kendo sticks and steel chairs. So this is obviously going to be an 8-man tag team match later down the line, since Moose isn't involved in the system right now for whatever reason. He's off doing his own shit with the X Division title, trying to become the longest reigning champion in history, whatever. But this is going to be a great 8-man tag team. And it's even more interesting because it's 2 heel factions. With the only face being Matt Cardona. And he's not even, I wouldn't even say he's a face, but he's not a heel either. He's kind of just been there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm interested to see where this goes. Are they going to turn the system face? I don't really see that happening. They're definitely not turning Dark State face. So, I'm interested to see where this goes. And the Hardys come down, and they basically say, look, we don't want to overstay our welcome. We've been doing this for like 33 years. Thank you all. But if we fail to capture the TNA Tag Team titles from the Nemesis Anniversary, I think it's time to call it quits. And then Leon Slater comes down there and he's like, the hell are y'all talking about? I'm like 20 years old and I'm still having trouble keeping up with y'all. Y'all have plenty more in the gas tank. You deserve to be here. Y'all still got it. So while I need to put my head into this X Division title shot, becoming the youngest ever X Division champion, I need y'all to get your head back in the game. And then AJ Francis comes down with Casey Navarro, and then the Nemesis come down, and they basically all say, oh, you guys suck.
Mm-hmm.
The Nemesis are like, we're the champions, we'll always be the champions, we are the greatest brother tag team of all time.
And then we get another good match, but shit show.
Oh, yes.
Because it was a great match. Do not get me wrong. It was absolutely great.
Oh,
Frankie
yes. It was
Kazarian-
a awesome match.
Frankie Kazarian and Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. And it goes about as well as you would expect. Because Mike and Joe are not on the same page. Trick and Cardona are kind of on the same page.
Frankie Kazarian, you mean?
Yeah. Kind of on the same page.
More so.
More so. But it doesn't really matter because Joe and Mike they're on the same page in the fact they need to bring the TNA Championship home to TNA. So they managed to pull out the win. Joe Hendry is setting up for the standing ovation when Mike tags himself in and hits the what is it called? The rolling buck 50 and spin the block.
Spin the block. That's his finisher.
And then they're arguing in the center of the ring, and then Trick Williams gets in and he holds up the title, and they're all just sort of having this like three-way stare down. And then we get a strange like little vignette that basically says AJ Styles is gonna be at Slammiversary.
Yep.
It's like this like lockbox that's like shimmering with light, and it opens up to show his phenomenal gear, and then the logo to Slammiversary. So we're gonna see that. That'll be interesting. But then we can move on to Discord. We don't have much, so we're gonna run through it pretty quick. Just like we said, next week after Harsh Words, Undertaker is going to confront Trick Williams on NXT. Excuse me.
Himself.
Yep.
And I agree. This tag match is gonna cook. We have two of the best tag teams right now. Possibly the best tag team in the world right now.
Who are we talking about? Fraxium?
Fraxium.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have Rey Fenix and Andrade, who are also proving to be a phenomenal tag team. And then the other two who are good. I'm not going to say great, but they're good. What the hell is this?
I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say it out loud for you. DIY. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Stephanie Vakir. I want this to be a good match.
It won't be.
It won't be, but I want it to be.
It won't be.
That's all I ever want.
Exactly.
That's really all I ever want.
Because I think we're going to get probably before SummerSlam. We're going to get at least a match between Stephanie
and Piper
and somebody from the Green Regime.
Well, oh wait, that's Clash in Paris.
Yep.
Is Clash in Paris before?
Nope.
I thought so. Yeah.
It's after.
Yeah.
And she still technically hasn't picked the champion she wants to go after yet, so.
That's true. You know, I'm just now realizing how many events there are to actually get to go for a title shot that are just like built in, like the Battle Royal. Actually, no, that was an Evolution specific thing, so that's not like every year. So never mind.
But yeah, I think they had a plan for Stephanie.
And it got.
No, I'm not saying it got. I think they had a plan for Stephanie,
Mm-hmm.
and I still think I don't want her going against anybody. If anything happens, okay, I know it's gonna sound horrible. I want Io to get the title back because I want Stephanie versus Io. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. But I want a Stephanie versus Io for a title.
That'd be a great match. Honestly, I'd be happy having them just in a regular match, whether it be a what am I thinking of? Not a gauntlet match, a bracket match or a number one contenders match.
Yeah.
It's just any match, really. I think they would be.
Well, they burned the place the fuck up when they
Exactly.
they had their match that wound up getting interrupted. No, actually, click on that.
Oh.
If I believe, because that was one I wasn't sure why it did that, and I almost did it twice, thinking I didn't do it. But I believe that is the complete card for tonight.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I think that's the one. Yeah.
We have this waste of fucking time. John Cena and Cody Rhodes contract signing. Stephanie Bakir versus Alpha Fire. Gonna be great.
That
Ray
one's gonna be
Phoenix
great,
and
but John Cena.
The 4-way tag team match to, I assume, determine the number 1 contendership for the tag team titles. Gonna be amazing. And then Charlotte. What the fuck is this for?
I don't know.
I assume they're trying to get into the runnings for the tag team titles. That's the only thing I can think of. And this is exactly what I was trying to say. Bully Ray says, "I don't think we need to we don't need to single the women out anymore and give them their own shows. I think the women have proven themselves that they should have their segments, their matches, their promos on main shows because they belong as much as the men do."
I agree
Yep.
with that. But here's the thing. I don't think WWE is ready to split it 50-50 on the shows. I wish they would. I wish if the men had 2 matches, the women get 2 matches.
Didn't we get that on Monday Night Raw?
We're getting it.
Yeah.
It's going down that road, but
And
it's not consistent.
It's not. But that's the thing is I don't think it's always going to be consistent one way or the other. Like, I know it's probably not happened nearly as much, but there might be some nights where we have 3 women's matches and 1 men's match. There might be some nights where we have 2 and 2. Or there might be some nights where we have 3 men's and 1 woman. Or there might be some nights where we have 4 of one or the other. Probably not, but you get the point I'm saying. I'm getting for it. I don't think it's always going to be an exact 50-50 split down the middle.
No. Okay. I know you're better with all this than I am. I'm not saying down the middle like week to week to week to week. I'm saying like averaged.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm saying averaged to where let's take a month. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, if we go a month, including the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Including Saturday night.
I agree.
It should be if the men have 50 matches total. The women should have 51, 49, 45, somewhere like
it should be.
And I feel like
Equal.
sometimes it swings way more the guy's way than it does the girls.
I agree.
Exactly.
But I think that.
I think it's getting there.
I think especially after Evolution succeeded as much as it did. I think
Evolution, I will tell you this. And I think we've said this.
Yep.
We good? Did I not press the right button or something? Or
No. Nightbot deleted.
it was probably some kind of spam thing. Let me check.
Hold on one sec, guys. Yeah, they posted a link. Okay, that's why I don't have my glasses on to read, and I really need to. But anyway, yes, I just think that it needs to be an average,
I agree.
or at least close to an average. And again, I'm not talking a week to week. I said week to week, but
I get what you mean, and I 100% agree. And like I said, I think especially after Evolution succeeded as well as it did.
And again, I think that's where I was really trying to go. Evolution crushed it.
Oh yeah, I'd say Evolution was more of a success than any other event that entire week,
Including Bash.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
Because Bash killed it.
Yeah, but I think especially after this pop of Evolution, I think we're gonna start to see
The tables turning or becoming more
average.
Yeah.
More equal, for lack of a better term.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree, but I do agree with this. John Cena and Cody Rhodes will have a segment on SmackDown. Give me a passionate promo from two greats. I don't want zingers for pops. I want to see fire and emotion. Once again,
What were we talking about with NXT?
Well, not even NXT. I'm gonna go to a main roster promo. One of the best promos, maybe even the best promo we've had all year on the main roster. The promo between Seth Rollins and CM Punk before their Hell in a Cell match. That was absolutely phenomenal. I don't remember the exact wording of it, but Seth Rollins saying, these eyes of fire are going to be the one to burn you to the ground. Like, they weren't doing zingers.
Okay, and here's where I think the problem truly is falling. Okay? John Cena, again, in life, is a really great guy. From everything I've read, seen, the type to, hey, you need something here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Type person.
Yeah, get
Cody.
his shirt off his back.
Cody, same way. These are two. You got John Cena like, hey, I want to do a little bit of a heel run before I retire. And everybody in the back going, how do we make this work? Crap, this man has literally been like the
baby face of WWE for the past 25 years.
Yep.
How do we make him a heel again? And I think they lost that. I mean, it was good, but was it?
The reveal was good, and then everything after that was like, it wasn't even a slow decline. It was like, oh shit, he turned heel, and then just immediate face plant in the dirt.
Like, I feel like if they would have come out, and I know it's maybe not where he's at right now, but if we're going to do a John Cena heel run, which is what I said, we didn't need babyface John Cena doing a heel run.
Yeah. Yep,
okay?
exactly.
We needed the Doctor doing a heel run.
Yes!
I'm not even going to say, yes, but I don't even think he needed to be the Doctor of Thugonomics or anything like that. I think it was more of, the promos were just way too fucking long. So they lost all
and
meaning.
basically, and promos were way too long for saying two things.
Yeah,
you suck and I hate you.
Yeah, and I'm better than you, and you guys have, because here's the thing, I feel like the whole aspect of him saying, I've been part of an abusive relationship, I feel like that was the best we got, and I feel like that could have been made into something, maybe, if they played with it, but instead he was just like, oh, you suck, and you're just leeching off my greatness. And I feel like they could have made that into something great. Like, all of this fame and power, it's gone to his head, and he's, this egotistical, arrogant prick. But instead, it feels like you said, babyface John Cena trying to be a heel.
Yes. And it feels like he's struggling with it. And I want you to understand that. I don't think John Cena should be struggling with this.
No.
Because I remember Thugonomics. And John Cena was literally one of the greatest heels.
Yep.
When he came out there. I would love to show you some of the old videos and stuff of John Cena coming out there and just basically demolishing somebody through doing a little promo-y rap type thing.
Exactly.
There was one of something about Brock Lesnar will never beat me because I'm the greatest of all time, blah, blah, and he was rapping it, but he's like, but that's okay, because Brock Lesnar, just remember, you got a picture of your mother on your back, because he's got the whole skull thing, and it was just, or he talked about Eddie Guerrero, when Eddie Guerrero was a face, talking about how all he does is claim he lied, cheats, and steals, but yet he's way better and he can do everything Eddie can do, but better than Eddie.
Yeah.
And it was just, he was literally like,
Yeah, I get you. I
cooking,
agree.
and that's the heel I want to see. You're right. It doesn't have to be the rappy whatever, but the intense, like when he's out there with Cody, this is where I think the problem falls. Instead, he's out there with Cody, like, you're great, you're fantastic,
But I'm better.
but I'm better, and as long as you understand that I'm better, it's like, dude. We
Blowing
just
smoke up somebody's ass.
We just blowing smoke. We ain't doing nothing but blowing smoke. And I think if he would have come out there and been like, listen, you might be great, but know this. Your blonde, your little pompous ass is nowhere close to what I am ever going to be.
Exactly.
Instead, he comes out, it's
the phrasing, it's the intensity
Yeah.
of this. I hope tonight is good. I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't feel like dying.
But
I'm gonna
technically,
hope.
that's a whole thing that you can't hold your breath long enough to actually die, because once you pass out,
yeah.
you start
But you get
breathing
the
in.
point.
But yes, I actually read something on that. Like, can you pass out from stop if you hold your breath? And yes, you would pass out, but you would not die.
Anyway, when asked,
Go up, click.
Okay.
Because it's a long thing, but I did want to bring it up because it is something that I've even thought about, and I think a lot of people are talking about it. And I don't want this, but I see where they're trying to go with it.
When asked if the possibility of WWE acquiring TNA has been discussed, TNA President Carlos Silva responded, "Our partnership with WWE and NXT is going great, and we're going to keep it going great. And that could appear as an opportunity down the road, but we're just sort of making sure that things like Slammiversary and Bound for Glory are, what we're doing on TV, how we're creating content, how we're working with our partners, how we're bringing in new sponsors, how we're filling up arenas. If we do all those things well, the business will sort itself out, and there'll be an opportunity that then we'll explore, internally as well as with our partners." I hope not.
I agree. I don't want them to, but I do see that again, I like his answer, because if that's what needs to play out, it will be something that is not taken lightly, basically what he's saying. Like, we're not just going to go, hey, WWE, here's the contract, just sign, we're done.
Yeah,
yep,
give
exactly.
Us, I'll put a few more zeros on there and take it. No.
I think what he's trying to say is, you know what? We're doing great.
We'll see
We're
how it
making
goes.
things happen. If something changes along that line to where it looks like we need to rework stuff, it could happen. But
Exactly.
as it sits right now,
We're fine.
we're just sitting back, taking the ride.
Yep.
And listen,
exactly.
I hope it doesn't, because here's the thing. As much as I love WWE, they already have too much. For all intents and purposes, when it comes to, and I know it's not, but as far as like big televised professional wrestling goes, aside there's TNA
The only
and
thing,
AEW.
the only thing I think that TNA could benefit, and I kind of said this earlier, from going to WWE, or at least partnering with them more so than what they are now, like becoming full-fledged
Under their
under their thing, but keeping them separate, is the only thing I see benefiting them. Is keep them separate but together, kind of like what they're doing now, but instead of, and this is where I said I had the problem earlier, get rid of TNA Plus. Put it under WWE.
Yes.
That's the only thing, and then because I think if they had that little bit, and hold on, I see where I hold on, just let me finish, and then maybe you'll understand or not understand. The only reason I see that being a fun benefit for them is because, like, what happens this weekend, we have to pay $40. I see them maybe even making it, give them Peacock too. They don't even have to necessarily go under WWE. but under WWE, as in like, hey, join Peacock, then we can have pay-per-views,
WWE and TNA
pay-per-views together, whatever, to stream their shows, their pay-per-view PLEs now, premium live event, but to where you're not paying an extra $40 every. And granted, that might even give them more. And I don't know if TNA needs it, but give them more opportunities to do some bigger.
Well, that's
pay-per-views.
what I was gonna say. Is I think the biggest thing they would benefit from joining WWE would be, obviously, WWE is a far larger corporation.
Bigger machine.
Yeah, bigger machine. They would get sucked into that machine. It would allow TNA to expand. More advertising, more merchandise, more. This
Also
and
on that level too, and I think that's kind of where NXT is not stuck, okay? But I think TNA falls into that same category as NXT.
Yeah.
As they don't travel as much. They travel,
but not nearly as much.
Not nearly as much as like Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of wrestlers are liking about it, to where
they don't have to be on the road all the time.
Yeah, they can do 2 or 3 shows, film 2 or 3 shows in a matter of 2 or 3 nights, go home for 2 or 3 weeks, go back out on the road, blah 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 blah, instead of Texas, Orlando, Vegas, to St. Louis, to New York, to
Kansas City, to Nebraska,
wherever.
Just all over the world.
I think that's where WWE, or not NXT, but Raw and SmackDown are great in what they do. But I think it would be great to have NXT and TNA, as long as you keep them under the roof. This is my opinion, under the roof, but still separate from the roof.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense? Like you got like UFC.
Yeah.
TKO technically owns WWE,
UFC,
and professional bull riding, but they don't promote any of it.
Yeah.
Throw TNA under that, because Peacock being under that does show a lot of that. That would be the only benefit I would see TNA getting from that.
Yeah.
Losing their TNA Plus and moving over to Peacock, which everything's pretty much already on anyway for the Raw or for the WWE TKO umbrella.
Absolutely.
That's the only benefit I see going forward. I do not want them to split things. Whatever. This is what I just put on there.
But yeah, the last thing we have is the card so far, and I believe it's like the final card.
It should be the final card. This was the updated card as of
now. The final card for Slammiversary this Sunday. The TNA World Championship, Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry versus Mike Santana. Title versus title, Knockouts champion, Monster Slammiversary versus NXT Women's Champion, JC.
This match will be great.
Oh, yes.
And the reason I say that is here, again, I don't know who's coming to help Masha.
But somebody is.
I feel like Masha needs somebody.
The only one I can think of is Jordan.
The only reason I say maybe Jordan is because Masha is the one that beat Jordan for the title.
Well, I say that because A, she obviously has beef with JC Jane because, she got cheated out of a title. But I also think she would have respect for Masha, since Masha is the one who beat her for the TNA title. And the last thing she would want is for Masha to lose that title to JC Jane the same way she lost her shot at the NXT title. So that's what I would do.
But what did you say?
What?
Who do you want to win this? Because I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are we talking about
the women's?
Oh, Masha, obviously.
Oh, heck
because
yes.
You don't want... You said Trick has a TNA. You want the female to have the NXT.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I know we don't watch it, but La Garza has the AAA tag team title.
Well, we can't watch it.
I know,
Otherwise, I probably would.
But my point is that so far it's only been WWE stars stealing other brands' titles. I want to see WWE lose a title.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
And plus, we get Masha on there at least every couple of weeks.
But cool. Anyway, then we have the TNA World Tag Team Championship. The Nemeths versus the Hardys versus the Rascals versus First Class in a ladder match.
That's going to be good.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, I'm going to tell you this. The Hardys are going to put on a show. Win or lose, the Hardys are going to put on a show. And the reason I say that...
They're going to put on a clinic.
You can say the Nemeths, you can say the Rascals, First Class, all that. You're right. They're probably going to put on a show too. But here's what I'm saying. And you probably looked this up, and I'm 99% sure I'm right. The Hardys were the first ladder match.
Oh, I know. I remember you talking about that.
And to see them, if this is their end,
they're gonna go.
They're gonna. Which like I said, I know it's fake. We've discussed that 1,000 times. We make that clear to everybody.
Well, that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt jumping off the
ladder.
ladder.
And that's not where I was even gonna go. If we were the Hardy Boys, and you think of your entire career, what defined you, what made you who you were, you're gonna look back at that first ladder match. Granted, the Hardys were big before that, but that launched them into a whole nother territory.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna look back and be like, "Hey, we're done. This is our final run. You know, we want to go out with beaten, broken, destroyed in the middle of the ring. How do we do that? A ladder match. Mm-hmm. You know." So at the end of the day, if we're going to lose 100% to everything, this is it. And that's what I think this is. Win, lose, or draw, I think the Hardys are going to put on a showstopper.
Absolutely.
They're going to
put on a clinic.
What's the saying? They're going to bring the roof down.
Yep. They're going to blow the roof off the place.
Yeah.
Then we have the TNA X Division Championship, Moose versus Leon Slater.
God, I want Leon to win. But I know he's not. Because the system is going to get involved.
Are they? Are they?
Okay. Let me tell you, the system will not get involved. You're missing one. Alicia.
I'm going to disagree. I think she's going to be out there with the system.
Oh, she'll be out there both.
Yeah.
She don't wrestle. She's there for looks. And she's pretty, don't get me wrong. But
she's the one. She's
just there for the arm candy. She's usually the one going.
Yeah.
Flipping an arm, you know, a leg, pushing off the top rope.
Exactly.
Lifting her arm or leg on the rope.
You know what?
She's usually the one causing the beat.
Yeah, the distractions and whatnot. But I hope I'm gonna put my money on Leon Slater, and if I lose, I'll lose that money happily. I might be a broke bitch, but I will happily lose that money on Leon Slater.
Exactly.
I want Leon 100%. I want Leon to win, but again, if it's a clean match, I think Leon's got it, but it's not gonna be. And that's all I'm saying.
We have Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander.
I don't know where this is gonna go.
I don't either.
Because, first off, the Great Hands still don't look like they're 100% on
Ali's
page.
Slide, yeah.
You know, and Tasha, you mean?
Yes.
And Tasha, I don't know what her whole deal is yet.
I think it's as simple as, look, Ali, you fucked up. You don't know how to run this thing anymore, so I'm going to run it now.
And I don't know if the Great Hands are quite on the same page as that.
I don't think so. I don't even think it's because it's Tasha. I think it's more so because she's doing the same shit that Ali was doing. Like the underhanded, beating people up, blah, 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 blah.
So I'm really curious. I'm not invested, but this is the match I'm least invested in.
Yeah, I agree.
If that makes sense, because I'm pretty sure whichever way it ends, it's going to end with bullshit.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it ends with Mustafa winning, whether it ends with Cedric winning, it's going to end in complete and utter chaos.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So we have Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell.
I think that's a no-brainer, 100%. I want Indy to win, but I think the wild card is going to be Victoria.
Well, we also have to account for the one she just helped out. Help me out here.
Dana Luna.
Yeah. She came out there to Danny's aid, so why wouldn't Danny come out there to help her out?
Fair enough.
Then we have Matt Cardona and the System versus Darkseid from NXT.
Dark State.
Dark State, yeah.
Darkseid is Superman villain.
Well,
DC villain.
yeah, Justice League. Anyway, I was more thinking like the Dark Side of the Force, but that works too.
The Dark Side of the Force, Endor, anyway.
But this gonna be a very interesting match.
I
want Dark State to win. Not even a question. I want Dark State to win.
Okay, I agree, but I'm not worried about that side of the story.
I'm more interested in what happens with the System and how
Matt Cardona and the System, considering that they said they weren't going to help him with Dark State, and now they're helping him with Dark State. I feel like there's.
I don't think they're helping him.
But they are. I see what the path you're going. Well, what I'm saying is I don't think that it is.
The enemy of my enemy. The
enemy of my
enemy is my friend.
Yes.
Yeah. And then finally we have the Knockouts Tag Team Championships, the Elegance brand versus the Inspiration on the pre-show. So.
And again, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't think Elegance brand is gonna lose it.
Probably not.
But I'm 100% for the Inspiration.
Yeah.
I almost said the Iconics. But the Inspiration.
I agree.
But I think that is it.
That is indeed it for us.
Oh, you want to go ahead and put another boom?
Yeah.
While we're sitting here thinking about it, since I wanted to throw that in there real quick. Okay.
So, that is it from us.
And
ladies,
what
gentlemen,
are we going to do? Are we going to wait till we technically would cover...
It's on Sunday, right?
So we technically still cover SmackDown tomorrow. So we have till tomorrow to decide.
Yeah.
So we'll let you guys know tomorrow kind of what we decide. Because we're trying to figure out if we're going to go live Monday, if we're going to wait to cover Slammiversary on Tuesday.
I think we'll figure it out. Anyway.
We'll let you guys know tomorrow. We'll kind of figure it out. We'll sit here and talk about it.
So, if you've made it this far in the stream, go ahead and give us a follow so you can get notified whenever we go live. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you want to chat with us, go ahead and join the Discord server. If you want to help support us...
What if they don't want to?
Well, then fuck them. I'm kidding. Anyway.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
No, you guys are fine.
We love you guys. We promise. If you're watching this, we absolutely love you.
Anyway,
if you've gotten this far, we
exactly.
definitely love you. We just wish that more people would actually click the subscribe button so you get notified. We wish the people that were notified would actually drop in and say, "Hey, I'm here," and watch at least whatever minutes.
Say something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly.
If you want to help support us, press that donate button in the About Me section. But aside from that, we ain't got much else. I'm Tofari.
I'm CK.
I'm Knight Rider. Good night.
See ya.